Hi, I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare and welcome back to In the Mix. Today is actually one of my favorite topics because it's all about brightening your skin. And I want to go through the condition that most of us may experience that would cause us wanting to do a brightening home care routine. And it's called hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation is when we see that discoloration in the skin, and it can look different on different people and it can be caused by different things. But really what's happening is that in our skin we have specialized cells that produce pigment, and this pigment is produced when it has been stimulated by a particular factor. One of these could be from the sun, so most of us have experienced some change of color in our skin called a tan from sitting outside on the beach or just being outdoors. So that pigment producing cell is then going to be stimulated and it creates a darkening effect on our skin. But when we are exposed too often and too long to environmental stressors such as the sun for long periods of time, and we're not doing anything to prevent or protect our skin, then this is going to start to become a habit or a behavior in our skin that's going to stick around a lot longer than we want it to, and then we will end up with what we call dark spots or hyperpigmented areas in our skin. Another could be just straight up hormonal changes. Any of you out there who have had babies, you may have experienced some hyperpigmentation, maybe a little more concentrated in little pockets that possibly could sit in the cheeks. You may have heard this term as the butterfly look, and it's because it just definitely looks like little butterfly wings, and it captures and sits very high on the tops of your cheeks, and it's very collected pigment. This is pigmentation that is a response to a hormonal change in the body, and with a little luck, sometimes after the baby has been born and you possibly have finished any of the hormonal changes like breastfeeding, the pigmentation may go down, but in other cases it may stay there. And then the last one may be a pigmentation that we see after a trauma. Example would be like an acne scar. So if you've had some blemishes or problems and then it's gone and there's left a little bit of a mark on that area afterwards, even though the blemish has disappeared, this is also a type of pigment. So as you can see, this is a big topic, and you can see multiple people would have this concern and looking for ways to take care of it. So taking some time, you want to go through a really nice home care routine, as well as seeking out some professional treatment from your esthetician, and that way then you can hit it at all different angles and see some change that you're really looking for. Okay, so that's where I have it. So if you're going to go see your esthetician, so for my esties out there, I want to talk about some of my favorite exfoliation treatments. So one would be using our Arctic Berry system, and we would use the multi-acid 20. So if you want to help those types of clients, definitely this is a great way to go, and it's very easy, very mild, and most clients will do very well with it. Another one for home care would be definitely anything from our Bright Skin line, actually, in the beautiful Bright Skin exfoliating peel. These are amazing. You probably hear me talk about these a few times. I like them because on a cleansed skin, you just basically have to pump, wipe, and leave it. You don't have any fuss with these exfoliating peels. I highly recommend the Bright Skin. We also have a little gem in the Bright Skin collection called Targeted Treatments, and it's this little pipsqueak here. It's the Bright Skin Targeted Treatment. This is going to be a nice concentrated product that you can hit on those target areas. So if you are seeing like maybe more of a cluster in one spot, you can just aim and hit and target that space directly. If you are having those acne ones I was telling you about, this may be something you want to consider. Exfoliation also for home, something that you may also love if you like to exfoliate all the time, like every morning or every evening. I would go for our Stone Crop Oxygenating Fizzifoliant, and it has that nice fizz and bubbles, which is always great, but this is also one of my favorite products to use if I want to like battle the environment. Meaning, like if I come home and I'm feeling like kind of ugh and yucky, and I feel like everything is stuck on my face, and I want to give it a good polish and cleanse, I'll love to add the Stone Crop Fizzifoliant into my cleanser and give myself a really refreshing and revitalizing exfoliating cleansing, and my skin is like super bright afterwards. So a great little home care tip there. For toner, shocker, I'm going to be talking about Stone Crop Hydrating Mist. This one sets cosmetic. It's the everyday one. You can throw it into your tote. You can take it with you to the beach. You can take it on an airplane. There's not one person that I have ever met that doesn't like the smell of this one. This is the one I spray and everybody's heads turn and go, oh, what is that? Or if they know that's what it is, they're like, can I have some? I'm like, sure you can, no problem. So I do a lot of spritzes. So you might see me in the airport one day just spritzing people's faces. Not surprising, it'll be Stone Crop Hydrating Mist. Some other things to consider when we're looking at brightening the skin. It may not have anything to do with discoloration. You may not even have a spot or a thing, but maybe your skin is just dull. Maybe you're just looking to give it a little pop, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of, take that fatigue. That could also be something you're considering of what brightening might mean to you. For that, I have our amazing Mangosteen Resurfacing Cleanser. This has a really beautiful, mild foaming action to it. Really nice deep cleansing, but your skin is gonna pop when you finish using this one. And to go with it, of course, is one of my favorite pieces, which is the Mangosteen Resurfacing Concentrate. This again, if you're looking for some type of primer to give brightness and glowing to your skin, this is the magic potion right here. Makeup goes beautifully on top of this, but it's also a great leave-on for night if you don't want to wear a heavy moisturizer. So this is something also that I would go for. For my estheticians or anybody who is out there looking to try a product, especially maybe from our Bright Skin collection, some of the highlights I've already shown you today, is we have our starter sets. The starter sets are a really great option to start or build a routine with some new items. In here you're going to find our beautiful booster serum, which is a little tiny mini serum that you can add to your existing moisturizer or existing masks, even if it's not from the Bright Skin collection and from maybe you're using Firm Skin moisturizer, or maybe you're using the probiotic mask. You can add a few drops of that booster serum right in there to give you the extra lift to help brighten up the skin. There's also a mask and a moisturizer and a cleanser in here, and it should last you for about 4 weeks. So it's an excellent place to begin if you're looking to add something new to your routine, but you may not be ready to commit to a full-size product until you know you'll love it. So it is a really great way to start. So I hope this answers some of your questions. A little bit of information to help you identify hyperpigmentation and really what it is. So to recap, environmental, hormonal, or it could be inflammatory, like a trauma, as I mentioned, after a blemish. And what we're wanting to do is we want to find products that are going to help you brighten and lighten up your skin on a daily basis and also for a long-term change. So with that, I really hope you enjoyed this session, learning a little bit more about how to brighten your skin. I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare for another In the Mix. And if you want to see more of these, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see future episodes. And I'll catch you next time.